The electric vehicle segment is getting to the point where we're going to have to start splitting it into individual segments itself. But for now, for Drive Car of the Year 2021, once again, we're going with best electric vehicle overall. We've got an old favourite, the Tesla Model 3. In many ways, it set the standard for electric vehicles globally, and it's still one of the more popular variants on the road in Australia. Behind that, we have the newest entrant to the segment, the MG ZS EV. $43,000 drive away makes it the most affordable electric vehicle on the market in Australia. And the Audi E-Tron, it is a fantastic execution of an Audi platform with an electric drivetrain. The judges are going to have fun with this one. Audi's first dedicated EV in Australia has hit the ground with a comprehensive range of models. Two body styles with the e-tron SUV and e-tron Sportback, each with a choice of 230 kilowatt or 265 kilowatt powertrains. Pricing ranges from $137,100 to $157,000 depending on variant. Lower powered cars get a 71 kilowatt hour battery, while the high output versions are matched to a 95 kilowatt hour battery, resulting in a claimed driving range of over 300 kilometres for the former and 400 kilometres for the latter. Safety equipment covers autonomous emergency braking with pedestrian and cyclist detection, a 360-degree camera, rear cross traffic, intersection collision avoidance and turn assist. With the title of Australia's cheapest electric vehicle for now, the MG ZS EV fronts up against higher priced competitors but holds its own with outstanding value. Pricing starts from just $43,990 drive away. That lands you a rather conventional looking small SUV with 105 kilowatts sent to the front wheels. A 44.5 kilowatt hour battery is the smallest of our assembled field, but is good enough for just over 260 kilometres of claimed range. Inside, you'll find an 8-inch infotainment screen with satellite navigation, Apple CarPlay and Android Auto, a leather steering wheel, faux leather trim, and a panoramic glass sunroof. The ZS EV also includes the MG Pilot suite of safety and assistance features like adaptive cruise control with intelligent assist to match the current speed zone and autonomous emergency braking. Defending last year's Drive Electric Car of the Year title, the Tesla Model 3 has seen a series of tweaks in the last 12 months. The range now comprises Standard Range Plus, Long Range and Performance models. Pricing starts from $68,425 up to $96,883, while battery size ranges from 54 kilowatt hours up to 82 kilowatt hours in the latest generation cars. Claimed range stretches from just over 500 kilometres to a touch over 650 kilometres depending on the variant. The Model 3 lets you use your phone as a key and can even use the car's inbuilt 360-degree camera as an inbuilt dash cam and security recorder. Along with the safety and assistance tech included as standard, like 6 airbags, blind spot monitoring, autonomous emergency braking, lane keep assist and adaptive cruise control, the Model 3 also allows owners to upgrade or add some features via over-the-air software updates.
A lot of the big players got involved in the electric vehicle segment, very competitive indeed. Now the Mercedes-Benz EQC is a great car indeed, lots to boast about with this car, a little bit weighty, but it did transition nicely from the petrol GLC. The Mini Cooper is lots of fun to drive and looks very funky too. Love the technology in this car. Both are well-rounded cars. They just unfortunately missed out on that top 3.
There's already a bit of theatre just getting into the Tesla Model 3 because you have to use a credit card style key which you put against the B pillar to unlock the doors. And then when you're inside, well, no one does minimalism like Tesla when it comes to cabins. There are barely any switches or buttons in the whole dash area or centre console. Instead, all your functions and information come from this gigantic mega iPad style screen here. And you can also have a bit of fun with it, like you can have a roaring log fire just to add a bit of ambience to the interior. And Tesla also likes to have a bit of fun. So say we want to turn the indicator with a whoopee cushion mode. How's that? Okay, you can stop now, but look, all fun aside, serious nature, leather seats, beautifully supple, really nice. There's some really nice detail things like the sweep of timber right across the dash there. Disappointments, well, the whole area of quality is not nailed everywhere. If we take this console lid in the middle here for storage, we'll just try and close that lid again, and again. Oh, okay, got to do it gently. And there's another disappointment in the rear seat. So drives judges not too impressed with the rear seat of the Model 3. Knee space is actually not too bad, but toe space very restricted. And look at my knees, I'm only 5'8", but they're already sticking up into the air here. And the headroom, well, that's not particularly generous either. MG is starting to lift its game when it comes to its interiors. We've seen it in the HS mid-size SUV and also this ZS EV. So you've got some respectable interior quality in some areas. So soft touch for the upper dash there, nicely presented dash. Couple of disappointments. Well, the touchscreen looks nice and colourful, but there's a bit of a delay whenever you select a function there. That took a couple of seconds. The nav takes a bit of time to load as well. And the driving position will be compromised for some drivers because the steering wheel goes up and down, but not outwards. Annoying. Now, Audi has a long-running reputation for greater interiors, and perhaps it's appropriate that its E-Tron electric SUV takes it to another level. This really does feel like next-generation Audi inside here. That comes from some of the clever creases and folds you get in some of these trim elements, and also particularly this twin double-decker screen system with high resolution, beautiful graphics. If there's a negative to the cabin, it's also on the technological side because it's these digital side mirrors, which I've been driving for a little bit now in this E-Tron. I just can't get used to them, but they are an option.
Dynamic testing these three vehicles is an interesting conundrum for the judges because while they are all electric in terms of powertrain, the bodies on top of those powertrains are very different. Given Tesla kicked this segment off, it's fair to assume that the brand has had the time to understand how to get the most out of their platform, and the judges found that the Model 3 can be quite capable when pushed harder. The weight is evident, as you'd expect, but the Model 3's straight-line acceleration is matched by competent ability around the track. The Tesla steering is responsive enough not to feel too light, although the judges would have liked more weight at speed. The Model 3 can come unstuck if you push it too hard, but in short, the sporty looks of the Model 3 are matched by decent ability when you do push a little harder. MG's ZS EV has garnered plenty of attention thanks to its sharp pricing, but the judges found that it's also a competent daily driver. Small SUVs are hardly designed with a dynamic test loop in mind, but the MG didn't do anything confidence-sapping in the hands of the judges. It remained balanced, assured, and would only tend to understeer if pushed harder through the slalom section. Like the Model 3, the judges noted that you can feel the ZS EV is heavier than a regular internal combustion variant would be, but that extra weight doesn't take away from the driving experience. The Audi E-Tron is new to the electric vehicle segment and takes the large SUV body style into battle, a segment Audi believes most Australians look at. As expected, it feels like an Audi from behind the wheel, with the judges noting the same quality driving experience you'd expect from any other Audi SUV, just with a very different drivetrain. Like the other two finalists, the judges said there was the sensation of weight, but that the E-Tron was planted, confidence-inspiring and composed through the slalom and braking tests. Judges also noted that the steering was solid and direct, and grip was impressive. The electric vehicle category is getting bigger every year, as you'd expect, but for Drive Car of the Year 2021, our best electric vehicle is this one, the Audi E-Tron. Have a look at it. It's a beautiful looking SUV, it's a beautifully executed Audi, and it just happens to be electric. You're not buying an electric vehicle that's a bit funky and weird because you want an electric vehicle. You're buying a large Audi SUV that happens to have an electric drivetrain. Somehow, they've made it feel like it's a quattro system to drive. The underpinnings of it are fantastic. The technology, the execution, the fit and finish and the build quality are all first rate. Now that's nothing against either the MG or the Tesla. They're different electric vehicles for different buyers. But there's absolutely no doubt that for Drive Car of the Year 2021, our best electric vehicle is the Audi E-Tron. Judging this segment is a difficult one because at the moment manufacturers come to the same solution from very different angles. While the MG ZS EV wins the Value Award unequivocally, and the Tesla Model 3 deserves continued plaudits for advancing the segment and usable real-world range, the new Audi E-Tron is the judges' pick for Best Electric Vehicle in 2021. It is a superbly built large SUV in either wagon or sportback form that is typical of Audi, but with an electric drivetrain. The cabin space lends itself to useful family duties, it's premium, insulated and well equipped, and the range is workable even for one-car families. There's no doubt that best all-rounder for 2021 in the electric vehicle segment is the Audi E-Tron. If you've enjoyed this video, click like. Don't forget to hit subscribe so you can stay up to date with our latest videos, and of course read the full review at Drive.com.au.